and welcome back to Sailing Saoirse. As you can see, Tegan is back with us. So Tegan and Colbin arrived yesterday. Yeah. Now, so it's all systems go to get ready to leave overseas at the end of the year. So start of the big job is today we are hauling Saoirse out of the water. It's going to be our first time out since launching her 2 years ago. A lot of bottom job to do and sort all that out. We're really nervous it's coming out. It's not coming out in slings like when we launched her at Yachtport when we initially put her in the water. So we're doing it here at Saldanha Bay Yacht Club. They've adjusted the lift so it now accommodates boats the size of Saoirse. And that's our big job today, getting her out of the water. I'm kind of nervous. And Tegan and Colbin arrived just in time, by chance actually, to get going on that. So we'll show you this is the whole situation going on.
The previous anti-foul was painted on when Saoirse was still on the hard and sitting in cradles, so where you can see the big rectangular patches full of growth is where we managed to get a few coats of anti-fouling on her right before she went in the water while she was being held up by the crane, but it obviously didn't hold up as well as the rest of the anti-fouling.
So we're on day 2 of our cleanup. We're getting there slowly. Yesterday was the easy part, getting all the big growth off. Now we are down to scraping off all this little barnacle cement that's left behind, and it is rock hard, and you've literally got to go in one at a time, scrape them off. So that's been very labor intensive, and this black muck and the algae that's on the boat is a huge problem. It's stuck so solid, so I can show you how he's been dealing with all that with the acid. But for the most part we are just spending hours and hours going backwards and forwards on all the hulls and having to scrape all these little cement patches off. So a bit labor intensive, but we're getting there. Hopefully we'll get all this part done today, and also with Colbin's acid washing. Normally you wouldn't take a metal scraper to a boat, but we are going to be raising, you can see our water line, so that's pretty much the water line there, the natural water line. So we're going to be raising our anti-foul to there plus a bit. So we know we're going to have a little bit of fairing to do before we can paint, and that's the only reason we are doing it with metal scrapers. Otherwise you certainly wouldn't be using a metal scraper on an fiberglass boat.
We've just drilled some holes to fit Corin's underwater lights. So we had Robin wanting to put stainless steel pipes down with the lights on the end of it, and we decided no, we're not having any of that. We're fitting them like they should be, and we're going to be lighting up the fish, and you guys are going to be swimming around here with a lot of light.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay, next stage, day 3, lunchtime. There's very little fairing that we need to do, and it's underwater anyway, but there are a few spots where we've got a lot of where there was very thick barnacle growth, so we're just going to fair that up. Otherwise, on the whole, the sanding has sorted out any other irregularities.
So do you think we'll be able to paint today?
I don't know. These barnacles, we've got to get all this off before we can do the final sand, and then we're going to pressure clean to make sure that there's no dust, and that's got to dry before we can put the primer on. So depending on how soon we can get all this done, I'd like to get the primer on by this evening. We're on day 3 now, so probably a whole day behind where we had hoped to be.
Dad, what are you doing? What are you?
Lunch break.
We are on day 4 of the haul out, and we thought we'd get an early start this morning, but the rain came in and put a halt on the work, so we're all having a cup of coffee, and then hopefully the rain will pass, but it looks like it's coming back again. So we'll have to see how work goes today. But we are finishing up the sanding of the old antifoul, and then we're going to high pressure hose and hopefully get our first layer of primer on, hopefully by lunchtime, if the rain holds out.
Strainers onto the boat this time. When we had bought the boat before it was put into the water, we had these, and somebody said to us, oh no, they're not necessary, don't put them on. Since then we are constantly pulling little tiny fish out of our saltwater filters, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to put these on, so we're just sanding, and we're going to prime and paint them to match the antifoul.
And we also found a plastic bag once.
Oh yes, and yeah, we wondered why the aircon was having a bit of a problem once in Colburn opened up the filter on that side, and we found one of those clear plastic bags that sucked straight up into the system and luckily got stuck in the filter. So we're putting these babies on this time.
And where do they go?
We've got the 2 saltwater inlets. All the way down. Yeah, so they will fit over. So we've got an inlet here, which is the toilets, I think. This could be the aircon. So that'll go over, and it just stops all the fish and plastic bags going in there. And we've got another one matching on the other side. Solids part of the antifoul. I think I read that this antifoul is 50 or 54% solid material. So it's going to take quite some mixing to get it in. Let's just do that. Get it all mixed up properly, and then come back and get that afterwards. sanded down our sail drives and the propellers right back to original steel, and we are putting a mastic primer on, which is a barrier coat between the anti-foul, which has copper in it, because you don't want to put copper against another metal. So this acts as a barrier coat between the anti-foul and the sail drives and propellers. Do you want to explain what's happened? And
so we took the props off, cleaned it all up. Now we've also changed the oil in the gearboxes, and now we're putting the props back on again. We found a problem with the one prop, so we're putting on a temporary prop, and we're going to give it a try. It's got a little bit less pitch, a little bit bigger prop. We'll give it a try after trial by this afternoon and see what it's like.
And if it works, we will buy a second one of those and have a spare set of props.
That's the plan, yeah. And then we can put the propeller on, so we're just greasing up the shaft. So this is the second hand prop, and now a bit of Loctite. Tide's coming up, and here we go.
Just about ready to go.
We're just about ready to go. Oops.
Very pretty, but it's just our test, and if it works then we will haul it off again and do all the anti-fouling once we know that we're going to keep it and get another matching one. Props all fitted, ready to go. We'd like to say thank you to the management and members of the Saldanha Bay Yacht Club that helped us to get Saoirse in and out safely. They were a huge help.
After Saoirse went back into the water, we had to get her out on the water to test her speed. We were so happy with her performance after her haul out. Thank you for watching with us. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, leave us a comment.